chose the Speak Now album, then this is the reading for you. So I have some tarot cards here. This is the Wild Unknown deck, and I'm just going to charge our deck before we get into those messages. And then I'm going to get into the little cup where I have put all of the sound, like all of the tracks. So we're going to channel some messages from the Speak Now album. This is an ongoing series to celebrate the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. So I will have my video linked up in the cards. You'll probably see it, or down in the description box. So subscribe if you want to see part 3 in this 5-part series. And this is more of a collective reading. Obviously, it's the general reading. I always keep my Etsy shop, but let me know if you want more like music inspired. Oh, I think this is not Speak Now. This is red. This is Speak Now. So I'm going to choose 3 songs that maybe have messages for you. So we have Back to December. Let me know if you like the acoustic version better or if you like the OG version. We have Long Live. I love this song so much. It's one of my favorites. And then Last Kiss. You might have had a breakup for some of you in December, or you knew you had to end it back in December, and all you want to do is maybe go back to when times were simpler. Long Live really accentuates the zest for life, in my opinion. So let's clarify, what do we need to know about Back to December? What does the collective need to know about this song? How can this song... Okay. Daughter of Wands. This is the Page of Wands. So maybe there was someone who maybe you had a connection with, but it wasn't... I feel like maybe the connection couldn't sustain itself because of life circumstances. You guys were just not meant to be together at that time and place. You could have, like, I don't know, for some of you, maybe you just ghosted this other person, or like didn't necessarily tell them when you were no longer interested. We have the Two of Swords that decided to come out along with Strength, and in this deck it is number 11. So having the strength to walk away, or potentially there was another person that you had to choose between. You didn't want to say no because you didn't want to hurt their feelings, but there was some sense of goodbye that didn't really feel... It doesn't feel like you had closure with this relationship, or this other person didn't receive closure from you. Or someone put their heart out there, or you put your heart out there to someone and they said no. There could have possibly been some form of rejection happening. Or maybe you felt confined to be someone that you're not. and it just rubbed you the wrong way. Something might have happened in December that maybe is a little bit tough to process. You can also kind of take these, I just realized for every song, I might do that. And so if you wanted to pick Speak Now and then you wanted to pick a track from this one and then a channeled song message from the other, that might make things easier too. Okay, yeah, we have the Seven of Swords. So someone might have walked out on you and left you hanging. This says guard your personal possessions. Use good counsel if you're planning a new venture. They might have suggested that there was a move that needed to happen and you didn't want to leave your home base. The bottom at the bottom we have strength, good willpower, and success in overcoming obstacles. I'm hearing that if this was a breakup, it happened for the better. You know how sometimes you reconnect with your ex, or your ex just happens to call you back and they're literally the same person they were when you were dating, and you're like, wow, that's growth. That's what this sort of reminds me. And it's like, okay, Spirit is showing you that maybe this decision wasn't easy, but it was for the best. And then we have long live. Long live the walls crash through. I'm hearing a quest. I know that it's the song. This, I heard, like, they had a sneaky way with words. They were able to kind of con you in a way. And maybe you found out things in December. I don't know if December is your birthday month or this could be the other person's birthday month. But you discovered someone wasn't being fully honest. And you might have said, F it, like, I'm here no matter what. And you could have been there. And now it's like, I think you might be rethinking the validity of this person's words. Like, were they just telling you this so that you wouldn't get mad or that you wouldn't run away? Long live. Interesting. I've done reading for a couple clients. I've done a reading for a couple clients and even just readings for the collective, and I've gotten this Hierophant in reverse card a lot. I think for some of you, you guys are not following through not following the conventional way of doing things. Which might make some people upset. This gives me, like, assassination vibes, and I don't know why. And I'm not saying that somebody's gonna get assassinated, but, like, it's almost like the end of an era, like the end of someone's reign in your life, or walking away from putting this person so high on a pedestal. We do also have the Five of Cups here that came out. And so I feel like this person, you'll always remember them. They'll always have a place in your heart. And especially this could have been for some of you a divorce, like a marriage, because the the Hierophant is technically seen as a priest or a pope, so like an officiant. We have the Death card in reverse. This might be resisting change, or you keep saying that you're going to do something and then you don't follow through, and at the end of the day other people's expectations are getting disappointed. This card, I saw this card at the bottom of the deck before, but we also have the Five of Swords in reverse. The Five of Swords is Venus in Aquarius. The fact that we have 3 fives here tells me that there's a lot of change happening, potentially in your finances, because the Hierophant is a very conventional aspect. It's all about practicality. It's also ruled by Taurus, which makes me think of money. And then we have the Death card. The Death card is ruled by Scorpio, which is other people's money. And typically it is money, the money of your spouse or the money of your partner. So there could be arguments about the vitality and the quality of life that you're able to live. And it's possible that either you haven't been able to find a job or you haven't been working, and a lot of this pressure is getting put on one person. Let's get a clarifier. This person is getting frustrated because it feels like you say you're going to change or do something different, and then you end up not following through on that commitment. And it's important to maintain those commitments not only with others, but with yourself as well. We have the Eight of Swords upright. Do not waste time on an unimportant issue. When in doubt, do nothing. It's like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. And what I think is wild is we have the Eight of Swords here at the bottom of the deck as well. So Spirit is coming through and saying that, I think that you're too passive in this situation. I think you're not doing enough action, and you're letting life pass you by, wondering why you're not seeing results. But I think some of you still might be stuck in that victim mentality. Let's see, Last Kiss. Last Kiss. That song talks, it's like, na 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 na, like this, your name. Like, she didn't know it was their last kiss at the time, I think. I'm not sure. I have to go back and read the lyrics. But it's almost a regret. Because I think there might be some things that you have done or you have said that you can't take back. And even though maybe your partner has forgiven you, it's tainted their mind or their heart in some way, shape, or form. Can you clarify Last Kiss? Well, what do we know? The Eight of Swords. You might be planning to end things with this person or change drastically the dynamic of your living situation with this person. You haven't told them that, though. We also have, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles with the Eight of Swords makes me think that this is the end of an era. You are growing from these experiences, from these growing pains, so to speak. Let's see. I think you're recognizing that you need more from this relationship, or you're needing a break. You're no longer listening to these self-limiting beliefs that are swirling around. Let's see. Can I get one more card to clarify? Interesting. We have the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is Mars and Leo, okay? It is fighting for what you want. It is standing your ground and shining bright. Maybe there's a career opportunity for some of you, or like your partner might be having this opportunity that requires you to do long distance. Let's see, can you clarify? We have the Sun in reverse. It says broken engagement, canceled contract, loss of valuables. I would be careful again with your possessions. That also has to do with children, though. So if there was a loss, God forbid, my gosh, but if there was a loss of a child for some reason, that could be the last kiss, which is like really, really sad. Because it not only puts a strain on the relationship, but there's a sense of loss here. I think the Sun in reverse, though, it is victorious, I think, no matter what. And so you might need to recognize that maybe you didn't get the job or you didn't get the position and it was for the better. And speak now, like, implies speaking up. Like, spill the beans, speak your heart out. Because nothing good can happen if you don't advocate for yourself, both in and out of a relationship. Because you're always going to have relationships. That's not going to change. I'm talking more intimate, shared with intimate partners. Let's see, last kiss. We have unfavorable Uranus. Yeah, a slight delay in plans and minor disappointments. This is lucky number 8. Maybe you didn't get the house that you wanted or the apartment that you wanted. Changes that happened and you felt like you didn't really have a say-so in the way those plans carried out. There's almost this deep sense of regret about something that happened in the past that you wish you could go back and change, whether it be a white lie that you told your partner, whether this be an affair that you wish you never had. But I'm hearing you want more from life. You want more than what life has to offer you now, and you just have to step out of this bubble that you have created to keep yourself safe. You have a lot of swords, a lot of air energy, and that has to do with communication. It has to do with listening to what your partner wants, listening to what you need in the situation. We have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. I think you and your partner, or if you're single, just you, maybe, You might need some time alone. You might need some time to recharge your batteries. Perhaps work has been swinging you left and right like a pendulum, and you need to sort of find that middle ground. This could also indicate a time apart, potentially. Finding different ways to relax without needing a screen. This, for some reason, also indicates, I always see, do you love me? Love me not with the flowers and pulling them. We have the crumbling. What are you clinging to? So something has to die in order for new life to grow. This could be a pattern of how you handle communication relative to a conflict, but there's greener grass on the other side of this. So when you open up, let's say, and you start to become honest with how you feel, learning to be honest with how you feel in communication with this other person in order to please them or in order to save their feelings, I think your spirit guides are really asking you to be honest. We have take a break again. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Some of you might benefit from actually leaving the country or leaving your comfort zone and taking a vacation. You have a habit too of like needing to get things done with your partner, and like rather than it being spending time together to accomplish something, I think your spirit guides are asking you to just enjoy each other's time with each other. Let's see. We also have, I'm going to get a love message just because it's Taylor Swift. And there is, I think there's relevant inquiries regarding your romantic situation. What were we just talking about, guys? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Even if you feel like your partner doesn't get it, if they don't understand, they don't need to understand, they need to respect what you need. And I have a habit of doing that as well. Like sometimes instead of talking with my partner, if I'm feeling in a certain type of way, I will just go in the other room and I'll cry. And then he finds me and he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I didn't want to upset you. But it's like, Sienna, it wasn't that scary. You could just talk about it. You know, it's not like he's going to yell at me, you know, like what's the worst that's going to happen? But sometimes I get so caught up in my head that I'm like, no, don't bring it up. On the bottom of the deck, we have trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. If maybe things haven't been working out as well as they used to in a relationship, and so maybe this is your indicator to trust the situation, but also not being attached to a certain outcome and just trusting that the best is going to happen regardless. We have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, and finally, we have pay attention to red flags. So obviously, conflict, arguments, whatever, it happens in every relationship. It's how you handle and how you respond to that energy. So if this has been a chronic situation, like a chronic lack of communication, or just feelings of dissatisfaction, because let's face it, sometimes we're not meant to be with the person that we're with, but we're convincing ourselves otherwise to preserve comfort in not needing to change or not needing to leave, because it's hard. It's really hard to get to that point. And sometimes red flags can extinguish everything else. So I would really look into that and ask yourself, when was the last time you were genuinely happy in this relationship? There was one more deck I wanted to pull from. I just heard, though, too, if this doesn't pertain to love and relationships, this could be a job that crumbled. This could be something that you thought was an opportunity at a company that you really wanted to work for, and it just hasn't been doing it for you, and you need to take a break. And you need to welcome that lighthearted energy. Paying attention to red flags could also be like paying attention to your boss's red flags, for example. Yeah, we have sipping tea. Careful who you listen to. Listen to constructive criticism, listening to gossip or news. I think with this card, it's really asking you to listen about what is being said and not making assumptions about what you hear. Excuse me. Reading the fine print. We also have low key that just came out. To not announce something, to treat with little emphasis, secretly, not showy, hidden info. You might be trying to protect yourself or protect someone else in this situation. But like, let's say you are looking for a job. You don't want your current company to know that. Like, there are hidden motives that you are keeping behind the curtain just to protect your peace, which I don't think is, I think that obviously using your discretion is necessary, but I don't think that this is necessarily a bad thing. Now, low key, I would say is like, if you feel like you need to walk on eggshells around this person or within this position, like, yes, that might be a sign that like this isn't happening. Like, this is what you are doing is valid because your needs are not being met and they haven't been met in a long time. Yeah, we have bye, Felicia. You are leaving some sort of situation, whether it's this relationship or whether it's a company or whether it's a friendship that you're not happy with. Leaving and not carrying a goodbye for now, dismissing over it, whatever. Yeah, and then this is the card at the bottom of the deck, mood. The topic of how the topic or how you're feeling is relatable to them. Relatable feelings, understanding. I think that with regards to a relationship, they haven't been feeling it either. They just haven't wanted to say something. But they might not also recognize that it's them that's doing more harm than good. And that makes you upset because you're over here trying to have a heart-to-heart with them about what's on their mind. And then the other person just isn't seeing it. Let's roll some astro dice. We have Leo, the sign of creation, fun, and pleasure. We have Jupiter, which is blessings and abundance. We also have 6. You might be going, some of you might want to be, like some of you are in very creative careers or have a desire to be in a creative career, but I do see opportunities opening for you in work and at home. Some of you might want to work from home, or with the 6 here, like having fun with different habits or routines. I don't like when I do that. I want to grab this though. Okay. Maybe your hair is growing. I know that's a really random message for some of you, but you're taking care of your body. You're taking care of your health. Some of you might be pregnant. And the reason I'm saying that is because we do have Leo and we have Jupiter, which is all about expansion. And in the 6th house, your diet might need to change a little bit to accommodate what's growing inside of you. Or there's a plan to want to become pregnant. And if there's infertility, I think your spirit guides are, like, they have your back. You just need to do your part, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, we have move. A rolling stone gathers no moss. Whether this be a physical move, I think we did have travel somewhere. This could also be moving your body to get out of your own head. Some of you are preparing for a move, and that might just be causing a lot of stress. Like, for example, let's say your lease is expiring in a few months and you still don't really know where you're going to be at the end of that. Like, that's a case of the stressies. We have radiance. Keep your head held high and follow the sun. Shine bright as you are, not as someone else. We have present. Journey into the garden to escape the 2 eternities, the past and the future. I think some of you tend to either grovel in the past or live in the future, and your spirit guides are calling you to be in the present moment and really enjoy each other's company in the present without bringing up the past or the future, or putting more of your efforts into the present to achieve what you want in the future. And finally, we have share. Do you believe in life after love? The busy bee should still make time for each flower. Share in the goodness, share in the radiance, share your light. Okay? There's enough to go around. I think some of you might be jealous of others who are living your dream life, and instead of seeing that as jealousy or envy, I would say see that as driftwood, in which if it's in other words, if it's possible for them, it's possible for you. So don't let that hold you back from accomplishing what it is that you really want in life. Let's get I'm going to get an angel number. I also want to get initials. So let's get an angel number. Interesting. We have 6 again. We have 6, 6, 9. 6, 6, 9. Okay, and then let me get the okay. So I'm going to get some letters and we're just going to make some words, or this could even be others' initials. You tell me down in the comments if you see something, right? If you see a word or if you see a name or initials that maybe I am not seeing. Okay, let's see what we have. We have L and N. Ellen. We have D. Dylan. Another L. LLN. No, that's not a degree. That's not a certification, I don't think. Maybe licensed nutritionist. I don't know why that's coming up. CUIAD. Ad. Maybe you're advertising your services in some capacity. We have E. We have J. Jade. Jade might be a name, or jade might be a crystal. I have some right here. This is really great for your heart chakra. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, we have Jade. We also have Jill. We also have aid, if you spell it like this, like a nurse's aid. Like, maybe you need to be better about asking for help. We have can. Yes, you can overcome anything. We have Dan. If I am getting any of these names right, please let me know. We have Adele. I don't know. Adele might be, I don't think this is the way that you spell it completely. You might be missing an E. But you might, like, Adele's music might really be cathartic for you. We have June. I was picking up on some Cancerian vibes. So some of you might be Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Dune. Some of you might be visiting some sand dunes. CAD might be an initial. Call. Maybe you need to call somebody. We have die, which isn't great. But maybe a loved one recently passed away and you're learning how to cope with that loss. We did have the 5 of Cups. This is also an encouragement, though, to focus on the positive of the situation. and be optimistic. Okay. Last but certainly not least, I just wanted to see get a spirit guide card and see what the spirit guide has to say for you. They might be watching over you. It was funny, I was picking up on his energy. Archangel Raguel. This is all about balance, relationship harmony, calmness. We have harmony twice. Oh no, we have calm, harmony, and relationship healing. My bad. This is, I think, inviting you to embody acceptance. Accepting that there's some times where you're going to have to compromise, and other times when you're a person is going to have to compromise. Let's see. I'm going to read from the book. Archangel Raguel's name means friend of God. He is the angel of harmony, justice, and fairness, making him the perfect angel to call on whenever you're faced with any kind of trial or hoping for a fair and just outcome. Archangel Raguel brings an energy of calmness, helping you feel safe and relaxed as you ask for and trust in the best and highest outcome for all. As the angel of redemption, call on him if you need some grace and forgiveness. Archangel Raguel can also assist with clear speaking and communication. Seek the harmonious path. Ask and trust that all outcomes will be in alignment with the best and highest good of all. In love and relationships, it says find balance by looking for an equal energy exchange. Make sure you are not giving more than you're receiving, but equally don't take others for granted. Be honest and open with your loved ones. Make sure to both speak and listen. And this is also encouraging in work to seek balance between hustle and flow. Make your life easier by avoiding unnecessary conflict. Speak your truth with love. In home, create harmony in your home through cleansing your space, calling in angels, and through open, honest, and loving conversations with those you live with. Money, pay back loans and give to charity if you can. Look at your spending and saving, your giving and receiving. Move towards more balance when or where needed. Well-being. Cultivate your inner calm and harmony through slowing down, lazy strolls, switching off your screens, and listening to relaxing music. Choose peace. Choose peace in each moment. Or, I don't know why I said that twice. Not just at the altar or on a meditation pillow. Take your spiritual practices with you throughout your day. Call on Archangel Raguel for assistance with feeling more harmony and peace in your life, facing any kind of trial, clear communication, both speaking and listening, creating an equal energy exchange of any kind, and making decisions. Embody the energy of Archangel Raguel by choosing the path of least resistance, choosing harmony and peace over being right, creating a harmonious environment in your home and workplace, trusting in karmic justice, knowing you don't have to judge others, let the universe look after it. And that is all I have for you. So thank you so much for listening, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe for more pick a card readings on this channel. Toodles! Hello, if you chose the red album, or if you just stayed here because honestly, I think with this series, you could literally listen to any album and there should be some sort of message in there for you. So I have my little daydreaming little teacup here, and then we have moon gazing. I love this. I got this in a Goddess Provisions box, but I have the songs to the red album, so we're just going to channel 3 songs, and then we're going to use our tarot and oracle to get more information. This is an ongoing series, so I already have the first part up on my channel, but feel free to subscribe so you don't miss details about the next one. And my goal is to just do this every week. This is going to be a 5-part series. And I will also leave timestamps for each song that I read for, so that if you want to like choose a subgroup, you can. But I usually choose 3. Here we go. Notice I have my little red jasper here in honor of the album Red. Okay. And you know what? We'll put goldstone on here as well. I have this little goldstone heart. I have my eyes closed. Oh, State of Grace! I love State of Grace. Okay. This is State of Grace. Leave me a comment down below. What's your favorite song or songs from either the Red album or this Speak Now album? Oh, we have Red. Honestly, Taylor Swift's music was more, I would say it was a lot more of a factor in my life in my second breakup than in my first. But she's got it, like, it's honestly therapeutic when you're listening to it. Sad, beautiful, tragic. Oh, okay. So I am just looking up the lyrics. This is a state of grace. This is the worthwhile fight. Love is a ruthless game until you play it good and right. These are the hands of fate. You're my Achilles heel. This is the golden age of something good and right and real. And I never saw you coming, and I'll never be the same. And I never saw you coming, and I'll never, so you were never a saint. And I've loved in shades of wrong. By the same, we learn to live with the pain. Mosaic broken hearts, but this love is brave and wild. This is a state of grace. Fighting for someone that you love. Oh. You think it's a worthwhile fight until you get smacked. Oh. Hits hard. Okay, so I'm going to clarify each song. I'm going to start with her. We're going to do like 3 tarot cards for each, and then I'll get into some oracle. Spirit guides, guardian angels, ancestors, can you please guide me and the collective in what people need to hear regarding the song State of Grace? Interesting. We have 2 cards that came up. We have the Lovers. This is Gemini vibes. This is unity and harmony and compromise and connection. Beautiful, beautiful energy. We also have the 8 of Torches, or the 8 of Wands. Isn't it interesting how dichotomous these 2 images are? Because the 8 of Wands, and it's ironic because with the 8 of Wands we don't normally see the person. It's more emphasizing the wands. Oh, and then we have the Hermit. Maybe you started off as friends and the connection grew into something more for some of you. I think if you lost this love, it was a blow to your heart. This might have been a love that started out very passionate, very quickly, and then you were sort of left hanging. And this energy, to me, it feels like, I'm going to put this card here for right now. there were periods of time where you felt like this relationship or this union was going to be stronger and you were going to come out victorious. It just feels like the other person left you hanging. I think I said that before. And it really set you back in terms of your understanding of what love was. Maybe this was your first possibly like big relationship. The Hermit also talks about this need for personal space. And I just recognized we have Gemini and we have Virgo, which are planets ruled by Mercury, which we see here, Mercury and Sag. And so I have a feeling that this person maybe sold you on an idea of themselves or the idea of what a partnership looked like. And maybe you went all in and then you soon after regretted it because it just didn't hold up. This person had way too much going on, or you had way too much going on. And if this was like your first serious relationship, it really set you up to see and understand the power of loss. You might have published something about it, like you might have really got a big, like your big break into poetry. For others, this could be someone who wanted it to come back into your life. Like maybe they were long distance, going to school, or they needed to travel for work. So for some of you, this is trying to make that work and preparing for this new beginning that the universe is getting you ready for. You might have different ideas. You and your partner might have different preferences for a certain lifestyle. They might like something a little bit more fast-paced. They like to live in the city. They like that spontaneity and the thrill of adventure, where you are much more introverted and you prefer to be alone. I think big crowds might scare you for some. I think you have a lot of choice here, and if this is a situation from the past, you're recognizing the power of your choices now. It's almost like I'm hearing that phrase, like, if somebody told you to jump off a bridge, would you do it just because they did? Let's get a clarifier. I'm hearing for some, technology got in the way. Whether it meant like the calls were didn't mean to strike the microphone. The calls were being dropped, or their voicemail box was full, and it really pained you because like these figures are looking towards each other, but they're looking at this other person, and it's almost like, where the heck are you at? Like, you said we'd be on the same page and we're not. Because all of these signs are mutable. So maybe like the other person was like, well, nothing was set in stone. I didn't say that this was going to be a forever thing. And you're like, wait, what? That's not the vibe you were giving off in the beginning. For others of you, I think you're confused because I don't think that this person has upheld commitments that they said that they were going to maintain in the beginning of the relationship. But again, this is a collective reading, so everybody has different messages. We have the Magician, which is Mercury again. Wisdom, change of position for the better. I think your first big relationship often teaches you the biggest lessons. Well, actually, no, I take that back. The second relationship usually does. But the first is like your starting platform, like it gives you that foundation. And you do your best not to. It's not like innocence and puppy love. And I hate that expression. But obviously, like when you're a puppy, you don't understand the power that people can have over your heart. And once you experience it once, it sort of sets the stage for relationships going forward. Well, obviously, oopsies, hold on. I have ADHD, and I move around a lot. So that is why I cannot sit in one place for one time. And I need to get a new chair. But I think this is also owning your power and recognizing that your past relationships, nor your present ones, have power over you. This is also potentially making long-term plans with a person with the state of grace. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're breaking up. It just might mean that you've hit certain delays that now may be coming to an end. 6 and 9 were 2 lucky numbers that were very prominent in last reading, so you might felt drawn. We also have the King of Swords here, a dark-haired, brown-eyed man, maybe a soldier or a judge with a good legal mind. The problem with really strong objectivity is a hard time tapping into that emotion. This person could be older than you, and you might think that they're more mature, which doesn't apply, by the way. By no means. Let's see red. What is red? And red is all about the breakup. Loving you is... Interesting that we have the 5 of Torches here. And this is a unique sort of imagery because we usually see them in conflict, whereas is this like they're using the torches as instruments to get them up the mountain. So this might feel like you're climbing towards something that promises better circumstances than where you are now. I also love this imagery of the 6 of Swords that was on the back of the deck. So the 6 of Swords is all about transition after hardship. This is almost like, for some of you, you might be going back into the dating world again after not being in it for a hot second. Or this is you forgiving the person and moving past a certain conflict or disagreement. Interesting. We have the Page of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Maybe you guys both share the same element, so maybe you're both fire signs, water signs, etc. A young man or girl with light brown hair and hazel eyes. News or messages about the birth of a child. Some of you could be in pregnancy right now or finding out that you're pregnant. We also have the Hanged Man, self-sacrifice, a reversal in fortune, hesitation in making decisions. This hesitancy could obviously just come from wanting the best possible outcome. I would say go with your guts. You could be, like, I think especially we have a harder time making decisions when those decisions involve our children. And because obviously we want the best for them. Oh my gosh, I just recognized. We have Gemini, lucky number 9. This card represents a female person. And we have the 7 of Cups on the back. You must concentrate on one thing at a time for best results. Don't scatter your forces. Also, I think it's like don't look too far ahead in the future because you never know what's going to happen. And if you fix yourself, if you get fixated on a certain expectation or a certain outcome and that gets broken, it can be very shattering to yourself, to your inner child. With the Queen of Cups, it says a woman with light brown hair and hazel eyes indicates love, a happy marriage, and general good fortune. Some of you might have had, like, we had the Hanged Man here, and it's almost like coming out of a stretch of either like unemployment or struggling to pay your bills. Like, I think some of you might be working several streams of income, but some of you might be doing it together with your partner, which feels really great because it's like you're working to build a relationship as a team. And then we do have lucky number 7 with Libra. Receiving a letter or a message denotes an unexpected meeting. This could also be like a meeting with a counselor, a career counselor, a relationship counselor, something to sort of help you, or even like a gynecologist. I don't know, like if you're trying to get pregnant or you are pregnant, those appointments are very, very regular. Okay, now we have sad, beautiful, tragic. Can you clarify sad, beautiful, tragic, please? I'm very apologetic about the way I've oriented these cards. Let me just try and... We have a lot of Mercury energy here, like a lot of communication, which I guess is always really a thing. But some of you are holding back on your higher vision for the future because you don't want to... It's almost like you feel guilty for having dreams that are greater than just living happily ever after with your partner, which is kind of a weird way to phrase it, but I'm trying to make space. This feels like climbing a mountain or climbing up a hill and you like needing to know if your partner made it to the top or not. Or like if they passed you and you didn't recognize them. We have the 3 of Swords, which I think captivates this energy beautifully. Sad, beautiful, tragic. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, obviously, but there's something in it when it comes to having these open and honest conversations. And you could be finding that this person hurt you by not being completely honest and they were hiding some sort of truth, or that they stabbed you in the back when you weren't expecting it. On the back of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords in reverse. This is like, I think, out of fear of disappointing you, that they withheld this truth. This could also be some sort of affair. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus here. I'm just calling it like I see it. Or maybe there was a business venture that fell through and they didn't want to tell you, or there was some sort of like gambling thing that they did and they didn't win, but they didn't want to tell you exactly how much they lost. But the 3 of Swords asks us to confront our fears. Now, we do have the 5 of Pentacles coming through in the reverse position, which indicates improvement in material and spiritual outlook, a new romance, or an important contact. You might even be making decisions about your health. We also have Judgment in reverse. Excuse Leon. Guard your possessions. Be careful with your health. What did I just say? I don't know. I got something about health and I thought I'd say it. And then we have that. You might, if like, for example, if you're struggling with anxiety and or depression, you're not in the best state of mind to be making decisions, or you see everything in shades of sadness. And I think your partner helps you kind of be that rock, but at other times you might feel judged for the emotions that you feel, which isn't a fun time, because the last thing we want is to feel some sort of judgment. I'm also sensing like there could be like like if there was a pregnancy happening, and like if you've already given birth, there might be like postpartum or an increased risk of postpartum depression, and if you're feeling any sort of like blues, or like in terms of blues, I think it's just like a prolonged sadness, then I would definitely get that checked out as well. Let's look and see what love messages you need to hear right now. And I'm going to pick from other decks too. We'll just start out with love and romance. We have reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I also think this is you reconciling with matters of the past and or your partner if they did something stupid, or like if it is I think anything is worth forgiving for yourself. You still have a right, however, not to let the person back into your life. I also heard reconciling the differences, if that's an expression you or your partner uses. We have love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Maybe this is you needing to put yourself back through school again. Like I'm hearing that there was a lost opportunity or a missed opportunity that is going to boomerang for you. So it's not over. Whatever happened in the past, it's not over. And this doesn't necessarily mean to pertain to just a love affair. It can be an opportunity to go to school. It can be an opportunity for a different job, etc., etc. My camera is going to cut me off, so let me sign out really quick. All right, let's look at the other cards. We have forgiving and learning. I got that a lot. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And then we have wedding. This situation involves marriage. Maybe you got married very quickly or very impulsively, and maybe there's either a regret of that, of like doing it so fast, or doing it out of necessity. You might be annulling that marriage, or you might be meeting somebody important at the next wedding you go to. I feel like I'm receiving so many messages here. I want you to know that this is a collective reading. So take what does, and I don't want you to be scared that something is going to happen. If you're not feeling it, then put it behind you. We have Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, divine plan. You might be in a state of planning where you are thinking about where you want to settle down long term and the steps that you need to take now to get there. Trust that your spirit guides are working in your favor for your highest good. Even if it doesn't feel like it now, I'm hearing that big changes are ahead. And I think the universe is looking to shake things up a little bit here. We also have Dance with Life. I haven't gotten this card in a while. I always think of the song, I Hope You Dance. Do something to change your energy. Getting out of your head helps, and I think dance, there's been several studies that show it helps heal from trauma, and it might feel silly to just dance, like have a dance party by yourself, but the dopamine release is real, and it invites us into a unique form of self-expression where movement is our art form and music is the canvas. You might want to also, some of you might be taking dance lessons with your partner. Like if you guys are getting married and you want to have that va-va-voom factor when it comes to your first dance, some of you might be considering that. Okay, we got swole here. Hit the gym, muscular, looking good, great body, hard work, physical attraction. Some of you might start a habit with your partner of working out together. Or just making plans to go to the gym together. Like, you don't, like, maybe you are taking a class at the gym, your honey wants to work out, and so you just go together to save on gas and you do your own thing independently. But I think you're building strength. That's a card of building strength. We have thirsty, needing validation, fishing for compliments, desperate, horny, too eager. You might be horny. You might need to get those physical needs met, and it's okay to ask for them. You know how, like, sometimes you, like, make your partner dinner and you do all these, like, you clean. It's almost like you're proving that you're worth it. Like, I don't know. And I know that because I know that in high stress situations, when cortisol is running high, that libido sometimes can get lost. And instead of, like, demanding it, just having a conversation. I think I read somewhere studies have show that couples receive a healthy amount, like by having physical relations, 2 to 3 times a week, having sex, as long as it's consensual and it's safe, go for it. We also have clap back, making a comeback, don't be a doormat, fight back, return fire, diss. You might be upset if you find out that somebody's hiding something from you. And I think that this clapback energy is like, listen, fight hard. Fight for the life that you desire. Okay? You deserve it. Like, you deserve greatness and you deserve respect. And if you're not getting it, you might be in a sort of halfway point or, like, evaluation period of whether or not it is smart for you to stay in this ship or jump before it sinks. That was, like, a very succinct message from Spirit, and I don't mean to be so aggressive. Spirit is telling me that you've been sort of waiting around for something to change. And I think your guides are trying to protect you by asking you to love yourself first and to put yourself first. Okay, this is the last card. I'm still going to pull from my Secret Garden Oracle, and we're going to get some initials. I just wanted to get this card out first. Spirit guide. We have Goddess Lakshmi. This is channeling your inner beauty. We have beauty, fortune, and prosperity. Goddess Lakshmi is the hidden goddess of prosperity, fortune, and beauty. She's respected and revered in the Buddhist and Jain paths, as well as in New Age and other spiritual belief systems. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth and can be called upon for any issues relating to money, finances, abundance, and material wealth. Connecting to the energy of prosperity consciousness, Lakshmi shows you that money is energy and that true wealth and abundance is not about how much money you have in the bank. It's a feeling, an energy, a way of being. Prosperity now. Stay in gratitude for all that you have, no matter how much. Use your wealth in ways that light up the heart and soul. Remember that prosperity is not a number, it's a state of being. In love and relationships, share your wealth with your loved ones. Be generous with your time, money, energy, skills, or talents. Work. Be grateful for the prosperity that flows into your life through the work that you do. Ask for a raise or look for a better paying job while still being grateful for what you're earning in the here and now. Create a money altar in your home. You can place a statue or an image of Lakshmi on your altar and honor her in your prosperity journey. Money, enjoy your abundance. Well-being, look at all the ways prosperity shows up in your life. Focus on gratitude, take a spa day, or do something to honor your beauty. And then we have spirituality, work with and activate your prosperity consciousness by connecting with prosperity as an energy, a feeling, and a consciousness that can embody and carry with you. Visualize the energy of prosperity pouring into and through you, filling your auric fields. I think it's interesting that this card is about money, and then we have the album Red, and Red deals with the root chakra, and the root chakra connects with abundance with regards to providing for ourselves and our basic needs and feeling safe in our environment. This is also a card like the Swole card, like physically gaining strength. It's pretty powerful. We have call on Lakshmi for assistance with financial issues, needing money fast, manifesting money, money spells, feeling abundant and prosperous no matter how much you have in the bank, seeing the richness of your own beauty, investments, inheritance, promotions, and pay raises, bills, and fines. Embody the energy of Lakshmi by being grateful for all that you have, knowing that true prosperity is a state of mind, being generous with what you have, sharing your wealth, asking for what you're worth, spending money on things you love and value, and paying your bills on time with gratitude for the services received. Okay, so now we're going to kind of get into the fun things. I'm going to roll some astro dice first. Interesting. We have Gemini. We have 2, which is the house of money and personal possessions and values. And then we have the North Node. So if your North Node is in Gemini, that means your South Node is in Sagittarius. And you might value friends. You might value community, your siblings. I would just be wary of comparing your circumstances with others. 2 is all about relationships. It's about the other. Gemini has duality because it's also known as the sign of the twins. Some of you might have a twin sister or a twin sibling in general, and you sort of feel this clash. Others of you, I think, are exploring the act of compromise within a relationship. Okay, so we're going to get some last cards, and then I'm going to draw some letters to see if we get any initials or any channeled words or phrases. And obviously, if you see something that I don't, feel free to let me know in the comments. So Mercury is the planet that rules the mutable signs. And so we have adapt here. You will get yourself where you want to be by adapting to changes in your environment. We also have be present. Use the hours, don't count them. This is also like being smarter with your time. Have you ever heard the phrase work smarter, not harder? That's about working with your relationship with time and resources in general. We have listen. Be alert. The soft chiming bells call to nearby fairies. And finally, the card at the bottom of the deck is dream. Having a cup of tea in the garden and find yourself a good book. Your spirit guides might come to you in your dreams. So listen for signs that they're there. I'm also going to see 2 other zodiac signs. We have Capricorn, Gemini, Capricorn, and Libra. So 2 air signs. You might be in a ship between a Libra or a Gemini or a Capricorn. Or those could represent your sun, moon, rising, or potentially Venus. We also have the power of self-care. Tend to your garden. I can't say that enough. Work with red and black crystals as well to strengthen your root chakra. Okay. Now I'm going to draw some tiles. Feel free, to interpret whatever you see. And if you feel like sharing with others, let me know in the comments what you see. Okay, let's see. We have F, we have S, we have I, we have W, we have win. Maybe you're winning a contest or a competition or a giveaway. We have wins, like celebrate those W's. We have A, far, far, far away. We have V and Y, Veronica. Vanessa. Y. And E, we have yes. Saying yes to more opportunities that come into your life. Oh, you can't see that. I'm sorry. I know that I'm not, like, this doesn't spell. Well, oh, no, it does. We have save. We have safe. And that relates to the root chakra, right? That energy of feeling safe and secure within our bodies and in ourselves. We also have the save, like save money for something. I have a feeling that some of you are preparing for a big expense. Maybe you're trying to run a race or win something, or again, just preparing for a big investment in the future. So that is all I have for you, those of you who chose the red album. And again, subscribe for more subscribe for more videos so you don't miss another one. And I will see you in the next one. Toodles!